the old house stood on a stepped hill overlooking the town. It had been empty for years, a place of whisper and shadows. Tonight, two light figures in the dusty windows inside four friends had gathered seeking thrills. Turcan, the storyteller, held the worn book, his bed always eager for excitement, sat close. EXQ, ever cautious, lifted nervously. Fateh, quiet and observant, watched from the corner. I found this in the attic, Turkan said, his voice low. A collection of true horror stories. Spade grinned. Let's hear it downstairs, Dad. EXQ frowned. Are you sure this is a good idea? Fateh said nothing, her gaze fixed on Turkan. The air in the room grew colder and heavier. Turkan opened the book. The pages yellowed, the ink faded. He began to read, his voice a dramatic whisper. The first story is about a shadow, he read. A shadow that detached itself from its owner. It stalked the streets. A chill ran through the room, sped, shivered through with whether from fear or anticipation. It was hard to say. The shadow grew stronger with every passing night. Turkan continued, his eyes scanning its text. It fed on sphere on spear. Was its touch was like ice. Its presence no suffocating darkness. No one was safe from the shadow's hunger. EXQ wrapped his arms around himself, his face pale, Fateh's eyes narrow as if he sensed something beyond the woods. As Turk read a strange flicker of moon caught Svet's eye, he glanced towards the corner of the room where the shadows pulled deepest for a new moment. He thought he saw something shift, something lengthen. He blinked and it was gone. Did I see that? He asked, his voice slightly higher than usual. Turkan lowered the book, his brow furrowed. See what? I thought I found something moving the shadows. Sped stammered. EXQ scoffed. You're a spokesman story. There's nothing there. Fateh remained silent, her gaze still fixed on the corner of the room. A bare bed sweat trickled down her temple. Turkan cleared his throat, trying to regain control of the situation. Anyway, he said, where was I? Ah, yes, shadows. The story says it could slip through walls, through doors, anywhere. It was relentless. He continued reading, but his voice lacked its earlier confidence. The room felt different now, charged with the tension that went beyond the words on the page. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The lights in the room flickered and died, plunging them into near darkness. A collective gasp filled the silence. Svet jumped, knocked over the small table. What was that? EXQ cried, his voice trembling. It's just the old wiring, Turkan said, trying to sound reassuring, though he didn't believe it himself. A low, scrapping sound came from the corner of the room. It was the sound of something cracking itself along the floor. The scraping grew louder, closer. Spit scrambled back, his eyes wide with terror. EXQ whimpered, pressing even himself against the wall. Even Turkan felt knocked off. Fear tightened in his stomach. What is the butt stood up, her head outstretched. The book, he said, her voice barely a whisper. Give me the book, Turkan hesitated. Why? What? Why? Just give it to me. What is what? Just give it to me. What is voice? Was early now. Now the The voice whispered, "So angry." The brat screamed and bolted for the door, but it slammed shut before he could reach it. Hicks collapsed to the floor, sobbing uncontrollably. Turcan stood frozen, his mind paralyzed by fear of this deepest word. Her eyes blazing. "You're not welcome here," she said, her voice strong and clear, a stark contrast to the trembling whispers from the shadows. "This is not your world," Fateh continued, her voice resonating with an otherworldly power. Go, go back to darkness whence you came." The temperature in the room plummeted. A gust of wind howled outside, rattling the windows. The house seemed to groan as if in protest. The whispered voice from the corner grew louder, more instant. "Knife." A dark shape began to coalesce in the shadows. Its form indistinct, shifting and terrifying. It seemed to absorb the darkness, becoming a void within the room. Fateh held the book tighter, her knuckles white. She began to speak in a language none of them recognized, a series of gurgling sounds of hissing whispers, strange words seemed to vibrate in the air, pushing back against the engrossed darkness. Dark shape recoiled slightly, its hunger momentarily checked. Turcan finally breaks free from his perilous scramble. To his feet, he had to do something. He looked around wildly for a weapon, anything to defend himself. His gaze fell on the overturned table. He grabbed a broken leg off the table, the jagged wood digging into his hand. It was a